Hi everyone, this is Robyn and welcome to mypinkstamper.com. I have a fun video tutorial for you today using the new Jar of Love stamp set. And if you like mason jars or summer or just anything, this is just such a great stamp set. You can use it for so many things. This stamp set is for you. It also has a coordinating set of framelits, which is awesome. There are so many possibilities with this set. I am going to be using the framelits on this. I'm also going to be using the window sheets. So everything that you see here you can order on my website at mypinkstamper.stampinup.net. This is all current Stampin' Up! Product. I'm using the window sheets. For some reason I had never ordered these before, and I'm going to use these, and you can wipe them off. They're a little bit, they have my fingerprints on them, but we're going to stamp using the black StazOn, and I don't know if I've ever shared the StazOn ink on one of my current videos. I know I have on one of the past videos. This video number today is video 500. Isn't that crazy? Now, I've made well over 600 videos, but I used to not number all of them. I don't know if you guys remember that. But this is video 500. I'm so excited to be sharing this with you and sharing what I love. And the last 100 or so have been since I've been back with Stampin' Up! So I'm happy to share those as well. So I'm using the StazOn ink with the window sheets. And a lot of you, I get emails, what's the difference between the StazOn Black and then the black archival ink? Well, the black archival ink is wonderful for when you're stamping on paper and you want to watercolor or just color. It doesn't smear or run or anything like that. The StazOn ink is great when you want to work with a non-porous surface, like acetate, you know, these are the acetate window sheets, or if you're working with glass or anything like that, the StazOn is for you. So I'm going to be showing you that as well. We're also using the triple banner. It says banner triple in the catalog, but I just call it the triple banner punch. Same thing, same diff to me. We're using Calypso Coral Ink, and I am using the Dapper Denim Ruched ribbon. This is back in stock, so if you guys want some, this is a great time to order. And also Stampin' Up! Is having their bonus days. Every $50 you order, you get a $5 coupon that you can redeem next month. So it reminds me of Kohl's Cash. If you guys are familiar with Kohl's Cash, it's awesome. So I'm already earning some money some free coupons that I get to spend in the month of August. So you can do that as well. What else am I using? I'm using some of the Subtles enamel shapes. If you haven't tried the new enamel shapes in the catalog, they are absolutely fantastic. And I've used these in my Sunshine Sayings online class. Every class member got the new in color enamel shapes, and these are the Subtles, and I'm going to be using the Calypso Coral set from this. And then I'm also using, what else am I using? Oh, the Seaside embossing folder. If you guys want this, it's low inventory. I would snatch it up this week just because it's such a wonderful embossing folder, and I'm not sure exactly if they go out of stock, how long it takes them to get the folders in stock. I'm also using the Big Shot with this card. Okay, so you guys ready to get started? I'm so ready. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll start with what we're going to be using with the Big Shot and stamping. Now I've already cut this out. This is using the Seaside something. It's the 12 by 12 coordinating cardstock, and I'm using that as well right here for the background. But we are going to be using this framelit from the set, and I've already gone ahead and done this so I could have one of the steps done. So this video does not take forever and ever. You know how sometimes they just go on and on and on. I didn't want this video to be like that. Okay, so I'm going to take my StazOn, and it has this nice cover. You want to put this right back on when you're done. It makes it so it stays fresh. This does stain, so clean off your stamp pad or your stamps right away after, and it's still going to keep them stained. There are steps to removing most of the stain. I believe we do have the StazOn cleaner still in the catalog. And I'm going to ink this up with the StazOn, and I'm going to stamp it directly on my window sheet and pull it off. Oops, I didn't do a very good job. Hold on one second. Okay, I am going to redo that over here. Okay, I think I missed a part, you guys. see my mistakes, and that's good. Okay, this one should be good. Okay, it is. So I'm going to ink that up and leave my StazOn open because I'm also going to be using, and clean off your ink right away, I'm going to be using, where is my Best Fishes? Where did I put my Best Fishes? I'm using the same Best Fishes because if you've noticed, I've just used the fish one that has a bunch of little fishes. So I'm going to stamp Best Fishes. Isn't that super fun? So instead of using the fish that came with this stamp set, I'm just going to use the paper for that. Where's Best Fishes? Best Fishes is right here. Grab one of my clear blocks. If you haven't had a chance to try the Stampin' Up! Clear blocks, they are fantastic. I know a lot of you, my viewers, have been adding these to your orders and your class orders, and they're fantastic. You're definitely going to want to give them a shot. Okay, so Best Fishes. Go ahead and ink that up with the StazOn. And I'm just going to stamp it in the bottom right. Best Fishes. And then I'm also going to be using, it looks like little twine or ribbon. And I'm just going to stamp it also in the black. And I'm just going to ink it up and put it right across here. There we go. And isn't that cute already? And because I'm stamping it on non-porous material, I'm going to just let it just set in and kind of set up and dry. I don't want to touch it right away because it probably will smear right away because this is, like I said, non-porous. Okay, so let's set this aside. And then we are going to use the Calypso Coral. I just have a little swatch of Calypso Coral, and I'm using the can lid. And my lid's going to be coral. I know they're normally silver or gold, but mine's going to be coral because the wonderful thing about crafts and making your own scrapbook pages and cards is you can do whatever you want. You don't have to stay in the traditional color theme. So I'm making it Calypso. And this I'm going to go ahead and put through my Big Shot. So let me set everything aside. And I'll do some of my steps first. I'm using the new platform that you can purchase right now separately in the catalog, or it will come with all of the new Big Shot. So if you order a Big Shot, I know some of my customers just ordered the Big Shot a couple weeks ago, and yours should have come with the new platform. This comes off like this. Okay, when you're doing the embossing folders, which we'll do in a minute, you will want to take this little piece off. But when you're just cutting regular framelits out, and this is not a very intricate framelit, so I'm going to go ahead and use this. But if I wanted to do something, a very intricate thinlit, I'd want to use the precision base to give a nice, crisp, detailed cut. But I'm just cutting just a shape around here, and sometimes it's nice to use the metallic, or the metallic platform because it'll make it stay. It won't move around. So just make sure you press it down like this, and then roll it through. And this is just my little lid part right here. Take this off and you guys can see. So I've got my little coral lid all ready to go. Okay, you guys might notice my lighting is a little bit different today. Okay, let me tell you the story. So when my best friend Carly was here last week, we were organizing my craft room. You guys saw the pictures, a lot of really fun stuff. And one of my professional lighting fixtures fell over, and all 5 light bulbs were destroyed. So I had to order new ones, and then I ordered them, and I had ordered the wrong sizes, and so I'm being patient. And my new one should arrive early next week. So you guys will have the regular lighted videos. And maybe you can't even tell, but I can tell when I'm stamping that I don't have the same light I normally do. Okay, did you see how I did that with the acetate or with the window sheet? Isn't that so cool? So this is just clear, and it is all dry. You can rub your hands on that. Let's set this aside, and we're going to do one more thing through the Big Shot. We're going to be using the Seaside. So like I said earlier, let's go ahead and take off this little thin piece. Now, if you have the older version, it just opens up, and it's the only thing that's better, well, one of the better things about this new platform is you don't need to have as much space behind you. So normally if you're using the other one, it kind of sticks out and goes way out. This one you don't. So if you're limited on space, you might want to invest in the new platform, and that's fabulous. Totally up to your preference. Okay. I am going to be using So this is cut at 2 inches by 5 inches. And before we put it through the embossing folder and through the Big Shot, we're going to use the banner punch. And it's called the triple banner punch. Do you see that I did that? You can do 3 different widths. So I can do 2 inches, 1.5 inches, and 1 inch. And I can do whatever size length I want to do with my banner. And you can do both sides. You can just have a lot of fun with it. Okay, so I have that punched, and now I'm going to stick this through. I know, isn't this fun? I'm going to put this through put it in my Seaside embossing folder and stick it in here. And put the cutting platform on top of it and below it, and then run it through. Let me just get these all out of my way so you guys can see properly. Okay, now let's open this. I bet you guys cannot wait. Look at this. So I have a fun embellishment or piece that's going on my card. So you don't have to just do the backgrounds. You can use your actual, you know, the elements on your card and on your projects and emboss them. Well, let's go ahead and move on. We're going to put this together, and because I'm using the clear acetate, you're like, our window sheet, it's the same thing, I think. You're asking yourself, or you're asking me, what can I use for adhesive? So what I use is I use glue dots, and I put 1 on each corner. So I'll do 1, 2, and then I'll put 3 and 4, and you can barely see them once you get it on the paper. They're really not that noticeable. So I will just put it on so it lines up. So it lines up, and it says best fishes. Isn't that super cute? It looks like I have fishes in a jar, and it does, that they're just swimming around in my jar. And then with the lid, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. I'm going to use some glue dots because I'm adding it onto the window sheet, and it's a non-porous item, so I don't want to use like liquid glue or my regular adhesive. So I'm just going to add that on here. Ta-da! Okay, so now I have my little fish in a jar, and we're going to finish this up and make it a super fun card. But let's go ahead and take this element of the banner with the Seaside, and you get to decide which side you want. So there's one side that's raised up, and there's one side that's, you know, embossed inside in. Does that make sense? Or embossed raised up, I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and do this side. And I'm going to take my Dapper Denim Ruched ribbon. I just like saying ruched ribbon. I feel so fancy. Ruched ribbon. I have no idea what ruched means, but I'm just going to say that. Okay, and you can do your ribbon and your bow. Where are my scissors? You can use your ribbon and your bow however you want. I'm going to try to do a bow, and I know there's all these fancy techniques and shortcuts. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way, and I'm just going to do it like I'm tying my shoe. But if you have a simpler way, you might want to do it. And I do save my scraps of my ribbon, so don't be like, oh, she's wasting it. I cut them and I put them in a little pile for little children, future grandchildren, and my giveaway boxes. Okay. And there we go. Yay. And because, ooh, I actually did good my first time. I'm impressed. Sometimes I'm shocked. Okay, so I've got my cute little bow, and I'm going to go ahead and just cut straight across. So you could do angles. I really prefer most of the time to just cut straight across, but it's really completely up to you and your preference. Put those in my little, you know, giveaway boxes. So we're going to, this is a Calypso Coral cardstock, and it's cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm just going to fold it in half, and I'm using my bone folder. And we're just going to put it together. So we'll add our, this is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 inches for this layer. I wanted my border to be a little bit wider and kind of a little more dramatic. Where is my adhesive? So I'm going to be using my snail adhesive, adding this on here. Whoops. Like so. And then we're going to be taking this, and I actually want to use, so I might recommend using like liquid glue or something else because it has so many bumpy spots. I want to just make sure, I'm going to use Fast Fuse. I want to make sure that it really stays down. and it doesn't pop up. Oops, I'm not using this right. Okay. So I'm using Fast Fuse for that, and I can put a little bit on my ribbon. And I'm going to add this just right here, and I want it to go all the way over to the end. I know I'm doing a little bit different things here. And we're going to take this jar, and we're going to add dimensionals on the back, and I will just do, let's see, I'm going to do 1, 2, I'm going to do 3 and 4. I'm going to do 4. You could put one in the middle if you want to be safe, just in case. All right. And then I'm going to add this right here. So I have my quick best fishes card, and now that's not it. I'm not done. I'm going to take some of these embellishments. I'm going to use the stars, and I'm just going to add one right here just for a little bit of a pop of color, and I'm going to add one right up here. So that's it. That's my whole card, and it's not pink. Are you so surprised? And I have 2 of them ready to go right here. And so for those of you who signed up for my Jars of Love online class, here's another idea to do with this stamp set and this bundle. And if you didn't sign up for that class, you can order this, and it will qualify you to get the $5 in the bonus days. So the coupon for next month. You can check out my website at mypinkstamper.com, and all the information is posted there. Have a fabulous day. Bye.